We can explain dog culture using neuroscience. The current state of dog culture, the dog worship, putting dogs before humans, using dogs to solve problems, yet the problems they claim to solve get worse. We can easily explain this, so let's start with something called human connection. Human connection is reported to be low, with many people feeling increasingly lonely, especially younger generations. Those are the generations that own more dogs, interestingly enough. Social trends indicate a decline in meaningful interactions, and this contributes to a public health concern regarding social isolation. So there's a lot of grief and stress and addictive behaviors that go along with this. And this has been well studied and published. There's plenty of TED Talks and other things about this. Like we got this one right here from Harvard. Let me click on this one and show you guys something. So this is the one from Surgeon General 2023. Let's do a Control F keyword search for human connection. And as you can see here, it's a little blue highlight. The keys to human connection are simple but extraordinarily powerful. So human connection is very important for our brains and our body. And the more that we take that away from ourselves, the more that we become addicted to other things like alcohol, phones, drugs, and anything else that gives us that fake dopamine boost. And dogs are a big driver of this fake dopamine boost. So what else do we know about this? So humans, in their seeking of dopamine, they'll choose a worse relationship to maintain connection. Even if they know it's bad, or even if they heard it's bad, if it gives them dopamine, they're going to do it, especially when there are no better options available. And that's my big thesis right here. No better options available. We have to bring back humans as our helpers and friends and look at humans as being better than dogs instead of dogs being better than humans. If you're in society today, one of the options is get yourself a dog. It's supposed to fix all your problems. And there aren't any other options available. There's drugs and alcohol, but not many humans are going to step up and help you because they're too busy worshiping dogs themselves. So even a single mom that's struggling financially, but she doesn't have a good friend to talk to, she'll go get a rescue pit bull, and then the thing will kill her freaking toddler. It's because we don't have any better options available, but like it says right here, we'll choose the worst relationship to maintain connection. People out there know that dogs cost a lot of money. They know that the dogs will tear up their house, but they've already created a connection with the dog, or they want a connection because nobody wants to help anybody else because we're too busy feeding our dogs, worshiping our dogs. Yep. So look at this little picture right here. So this is an example. Let's just say the most dog-hating YouTube channel out there. That's probably going to be I Hate Dogs. If you listen to his channel, he gets loud, rambles on, calls dog owners stupid. He hates dogs. But if he was on an island where there were no humans, there were no super chat monies coming in, no commenters telling him that he's smarter than all those damn dog owners, and he was out there by himself and he saw a dog like this, he would very likely take that dog and help it and give it some food and try to share some meals and some filtered water out there on the abandoned island. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants connection, and we'll get it however we can. Yep. So, the human brain recognizes dopamine released from unhealthy sources such as drugs or junk food and activates the reward system. So even if we know it's unhealthy, it doesn't matter. Our brain wants the dopamine. Yep. And this can lead to cravings and a desire to repeat the behavior that caused the dopamine release. Yep. Oh, sorry, blue highlight. But as it says right here, dopamine release. So if you're getting your dopamine from running home to look at your dog, looking at your dog on your phone, posting your dog on social media to get a ton of attention, instead of posting your family members. If you're just sitting at home petting your dog and not calling your friends and family, that's where you're getting your dopamine from. And you'll just want more. It's going to push out the dopamine that you can get from your humans. And so human connection significantly affects neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin. It plays key roles in the feelings of pleasure, bonding, and overall emotional well being. Engaging in social interactions can lead to the release of these chemicals, enhancing positive emotions. But that part of your brain is for humans, it's not for dogs. And so when we get this quick pleasure from messing with dogs, we're just hacking our own system with getting pleasure from dogs. And so our brains are wired to seek dopamine, which can lead to unhealthy behaviors when we pursue instant gratification. And that's what dogs are. They're instant gratification. You can just put a dog in your house and you control its life. You don't have to look at anybody else's perspective. You don't have to wait to get your dopamine. You can just run home and get your dopamine. You can just do something with your dog and go online and post up about it and get dopamine from your dog and get more dopamine hits from all the people. Yeah. But this can result in addiction, negative mental health effects, and the brain may become reliant on these dopamine spikes. Yeah, dog owners are reliant on those dopamine spikes. It's like try to invite a dog owner to go do something for a few hours without the dog. Go to a wedding, go on a bus ride, go to the restaurant. Everything has to be dog friendly. The dog can't stay at home for a couple hours. And if they do leave without their dog, they got a Ring camera so they can look at their dog on their phone. Yeah. And so the human brain responds to threats by activating the dopamine pathway to help prioritize attention and decision making related to dangers. This can lead to increased vigilance. Yeah, dog owners are hypervigilant. They're always worried about what's going on with the dog, always trying to do more and more and more in their life because the dog, we got to make him live longer. We got to give him better food, more stuff, more heat, more air conditioning, more car rides. Yeah. But when you talk to a dog owner about any of the negative externalities, that is right here a threat. A dog owner's behavior is aimed at avoiding the threat, because when you talk to them, you're threatening their dopamine source. That's why when you talk to a dog owner about anything, tell them about a pit bull attack, 3 toddlers dead over the weekend. The first thing that they do is start arguing with you about how their dog would never do it, or, oh, the problem is a car triggered the dog, or whatever. They will quickly go into defensive mode no matter how rational you are with them, because you're threatening their dopamine. And they've been living in this world where everybody says dogs are better than humans. And so they've been getting all their dopamine from dogs, not from humans. So here you come trying to be rational, trying to be a rational person about these dogs, and you're just going to be a threat to them because you're not offering very much dopamine. And you're threatening their key dopamine source. That's their dog. And humans often tend to choose the easiest answer in a dilemma. So Yale, Stanford, all these sources talk about this. So if there's a dilemma that well, wait a minute, this dog is very expensive. It's chewed my couch. It's bit my uncle. It pisses all over the floor. I'm having family disputes about this dog that I own. And I need to do something about it. That's going to be hard for these people because they're addicted to their dog dopamine source. So the easier answer is to just bend over backwards and keep the dog and trash talk the humans that are trying to talk sense into you. Yeah, because look at this right here. There's a risk of losing your dopamine source. If you get rid of a dog that's causing you all types of problems, you're going to lose your dopamine source. So Heck, let's just live in a house with 5 or 10 dogs that stinks like shit. No one can come over. We don't have time to do anything. Our bank account is down to like $8 at the end of every month. But hey, at least we have what? What do we have? We got our dopamine source. Yep. And so many dog owners just live in absolute nasty filth. but they got their dopamine source, which is crazy because even a person with one dog, they got to get two, they got to get three, or they have to constantly be posting on social media. So the dopamine from dogs is not very long lasting. They just need constant. They need constant this right here, constant reward seeking behavior. This tendency can lead to riskier choices under pressure when when faced with unexpected stimuli. That's like when they interview a dog owner and the family pit bull killed the toddler or mauled the mailman or gave sepsis to somebody from biting their face open. That's an unexpected stimuli for the dog owner. And so they're going to make a stupid choice. They're going to make, as it says right here, the riskier choice and keep the stupid dog because the dog is the dopamine source, not the human. Not that darn human that's trying to talk sense into them. Yeah. And this is another example, kind of like my little puppy picture example. Um, but people are often anxious or panicked when they can't find their phone. You guys ever realize that? It's like, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Well, a phone is a huge dopamine source for people. You always got to look at your phone, check your phone. If you see dog owners at the dog park, they're staring at their phone or taking pictures with their phone while they're with their dog. But it's the same thing with dogs. It's the same neurological thing happening. If they think the dog is gone or ran away or something's threatening the dog, they'll freak out. Oh my God, lost dog. Oh my God, he ran away. Where is he? Oh. But you can easily notice this with people's phones. It says here they rely on it for social connections. Yeah, most people in our world right now, this dogs are better world, they get all their social connections, their dopamine, and everything else from dogs or some dog related thing. Even if they have a big family and friends, they still have to have that dog there. It's like they can't do anything without the dog. Family fights always happen, problems at the barbecue when the dog tips over the barbecue. You know, they take videos of it and put it up on YouTube and get likes, even though they're probably sitting at home thinking to themselves that this sucks, but they're not going to get rid of that dopamine source. Yep, so there you go. That has been a look at a bunch of neurological facts about dog ownership. And this is why the thesis of my channel is going to be we have to make humans great. We have to make humans be a high value currency, not dogs. And that's going to be the real way to push back on all the nastiness of dog culture. See you guys later.